Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Mitch from BD Audio, where we like to dyno amps down under. On today's episode, I'm giving you a blast from the past. These here are a JBL subwoofer. Let me give you a run through. These here are a JBL w10gti Mark 1. So these are the first ever version of this sub. I believe that there was either 2 or 3 versions of this. Virtually they were all the same, mostly cosmetic differences. Now these two are still factory sealed, brand new in the box, and I've got a special for you. I'm going to open one of them up and give you a close-up. But let's run through the specs first. So what they are a 600 RMS or a 3000 watt peak 10-inch subwoofer. They do come in 12s and 15s as well. They have an FS of 29.6 Hz and an Xmax of 17.8 mil each way. Now that's just sort of general facts that a lot of subs on the market have. The one thing that they don't have is what this has. This has a dual 6 ohm 3-inch voice coil. However, it is a twin coil. And you think, well, isn't that what a normal dual coil is? No, this is a twin dual voice coil. And what you're looking at right here is those two versions. And what it is essentially they've created 2 coils on the one former, so a split coil. And by doing this, it allows each coil to have its own magnetic field gap. So it basically has the best opportunity to soak up all of that power as much as it can without absorbing through 2 different coils. Now I have heard from a few people that you really want to run these in parallel because when you're wiring them in series, it does potentially play an issue on the coils. I haven't played around with them before, so I'm not sure. Alright, so I guess it's that time. Let's pop one of these boxes open and give you a look on what the inside looks like. So even you'll see here, $7.99 retail. Didn't pay that, but they were still not cheap. But as you can see, whew, that's still brand new smell as soon as you open that cardboard box. Let's pull some of this cardboard out. And look at that, that's a lot of box for a 10-inch, I will say. Like you're talking a good 150 mil the whole way around. And they use, like, boxes nowadays are filled with foam and everything. This is all just packaged with cardboard. We do have a book, which is your instruction manual, specifications, warranty, even your screws with insert nuts supplied from factory. How good is that? So let's see if we can try and get this out. Oof. I'm going to set this aside for a second. I just want to show you the inside of the box. Like, they've even cut out a spot for where the motor sits in. So it will sit in there perfect for shipping. How good is that? Alright, so we've now got it out of the box. Take it out of the plastic that it's been in for the past 20 years, I'd say. And look at that. Pristine. Absolutely perfect. Never been mounted, never been used, but look how soft that cone is. Like, I am barely touching that. Super sensitive. Absolutely beautiful. As I was saying, the dust cap is soft. If I push that too hard, it would probably push in, but there is nothing that can't move that. Beautiful. Just look at the motor. The motor looks like a rocket. Absolutely crazy. But essentially, what they're talking about with that twin coil is you will have a top plate here and you have a top plate here. You'll have one coil that sits about here and one about there, which allows that coil to go up and down as straight as possible. Nice, beautiful terminals. Single layer spider. I'll try and give you a little bit more of a close-up. So you do have these bars here. So there's actually some metal plates here to automatically parallel, so you don't need to run wires, because unlike all other subs where you have a positive and negative on each side, this sub you have positive, positive, and it says A and B, negative, negative. So if you had one voice coil, would be this one of A, and this one of A would be voice coil 1, and B would be voice coil 2. So when you're running this, you just run a wire into this one, run a wire into this one, and that's as simple as it is. If you need to run them in series, take this plate out. You would then run from here A to black B, and then your positive goes from red B to a negative. Now that I've shown you the overall of this sub and explained it, and again, I apologize, I'm not used to reviewing subs. I usually do amplifiers, but something this cool and old, I really wanted to show people that like this is what stuff was made back in the old days. And this is a 10. Like, there's probably not that much motor here. It's all cast basket, but they're very cool. And when I went to pick these up, the first time round, I went to pick up 2 for a friend of mine because he found them on Facebook. I turned up and the guy had 10 of them. And he was selling all of them. So I went and got the first 2, sat around for another week, and then pondered, well, you know what, I'll go back and buy them all. So when I got back, he had 6 left. As you can see here, I bought them all. And what I mean by I got them all, I got them and worked in deals with my friends as well. So I got 2 for myself, 2 for one friend, 2 for another friend, because I don't want them sitting where they were forever, not to be used or to be bought by someone that doesn't appreciate what they really are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw up some photos of one of my friends. He could not wait to get them in. I reckon by the end of the day of picking them up, he had already had them in the car and installed, and he has done such a beautiful job. I'm going to flick through some photos to give you a look at that. So that's it for this episode, guys. If you do enjoy watching these type of videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'd love to know down in the comments if you actually have one of these, how many you've got, what you've got them installed, whether it's an SPL or an SQ build. I'm just interested to see how many there are around the world. Again, this is a Mark 1. There are a Mark 2, which are a slightly darker basket. And then they have these rails CNC'd out so they're shining. Thanks for tuning in. This is Mitch from BD Audio, where we like to dyno amps down under. I'm tuning out. See ya.